Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is set for one episode. Your host from Columbus, Ohio, is Michael Kirk. Welcome to the Outlaw Mudcast. Hello and welcome to the Outlaw Mudcast, your digital audio dirt sheet for all things Supershow. Top story this week, the Supershow Olympics draft took place this last Wednesday through, I'd say, about Friday. 16 team captains drafted 5 players for their team. It was a snake draft. So, it went round 1, team picks 1 through 16. Round 2, 16 through 1, 3, 1 to 16, 4, 16 to 1, and then finally, last round, picks 1 through 16. From what I understand, the picking went pretty smoothly. There was a bit of delay when the picking started on Wednesday night, but eventually that delay was worked through, and all the picks were made. The teams have been set. The next step in the Supershow Olympic process is to draft the competitors that will be used. In the competitor draft, teams will be drafting 6 different competitors, and the draft order is reversed. So, in the first round, it'll be 16 through 1, second round, 1 to 16, third, 16 through 1, fourth, 1 to 16, fifth, 16 through 1, and the last round, 1 through 16. That is how the draft is going to work. Looking at the event listing on supershowthegame.com under online events, it looks like each team will draft a singles competitor with a different printed 10 skill. So at the end of the draft, each team will have a Power 10 competitor, a Technique 10 competitor, an Agility 10 competitor, a Strike 10 competitor, a Submission 10 competitor, and a Grapple 10 competitor. I am not seeing anything in the listing about divisions. So this draft could be all singles competitors legal, subject to 2020 vision, or there could be some restrictions. I will watch and see what gets put out there. Right now, though, looking at it, it looks like it's completely open. And then once the round starts, there will be a skill matchup where the Power 10 competitor player will face the other Power 10 competitor player, Technique 10 versus Technique 10, so on and so forth. There will be a player draft position match in the Supershow Olympic rounds. So the player drafted first will play the opponent that was drafted first, second draft pick versus second draft pick, on and on, captains versus captains. And then there will be a premier player match. Each team will name a premier player they will face off. That is roughly, based on the listing, what I'm seeing. I will report on more details when I have them. Right now, though, the team draft is done. The players have been selected. The competitor draft is next. I do not know when the competitor draft will start. CCC news. We have the results from the first match in the third round, the meme round, of the 2025 Create a Competitor competition. The winner advancing to the finals is the Dude. The Dude has defeated the Beekeeper. Congratulations to the Dude for advancing. The next matchup is going to be El Gordo Americano versus Sundown Moon. It looked like that match was going to start this past Wednesday. It now seems that the match is going to start next Wednesday. Assuming it runs just like the first match in the round, it will run July 8th, 10 p.m. Eastern, to July 12th, 9 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday night through Sunday night. Point structure should be the same. There will be 3 different posts where you can vote. One on Facebook on the SRG Universe Facebook page, one on Twitter on the SRG Universe Twitter account, one on Instagram on the SRG Universe Instagram account. You'll post comments under those posts. A hashtag in the comment scores 1 point. A meme in the comments scores 2. A GIF in the comments scores 3. A video in the comments scores 4. You can do all of those on Facebook. You can do all of those on Twitter. I believe you can only do the first 3 on Instagram. As a reminder, the hashtag comment has to be separate to earn a point. So if you go hashtag El Gordo Americano and post a GIF under there, only the GIF will count on that comment. You have to do hashtag El Gordo and then reply to that comment and post your GIF. Reply to that comment, post your meme. Reply to that comment, post your video, whether it's El Gordo Americano or Sundown Moon. That is how this will work. From what I understand, voting will start July 8th after Talk of the Universe, cards subject to change. One thing I did want to bring up is this. To me, the most important thing about the CCC is the feuds. Each match is supposed to be a feud with one person going against another. The Dude versus the Beekeeper. El Gordo Americano versus Sundown Moon. And so we should see character work, posts, videos, things of that nature, building hype toward the match. I have not seen one of those posts since I made one in round 2. I didn't see anything like that for the Dude versus Beekeeper, and I haven't seen anything like that for Sundown Moon versus El Gordo Americano. I'm hoping that we see some of these, but as time goes on, I'm doubtful we will. I mean, to me, this was July 4th weekend. It's July 5th as I'm recording this. Not a single promo from El Gordo Americano. That just is amazing to me. I'm surprised. Hopefully we will start seeing some build toward a feud in anticipation of their match starting this Wednesday. That to me is what you're supposed to do. That's the point of the CCC. If we're not going to have feuds, if we're not going to have promo videos, it doesn't need to take this long. The whole reason it takes as long as it takes is to give space to have those kind of feuds. So I'm hoping the people still in it will start making those kind of videos. Because this is the last time before the final match we'll have anything like that. Any opportunity like that. But that's the 2025 Create a Competitor Competition update. First match of round 3 is over. The last match of round 3 will start in a few days. Let's do a little product news. So for this weekend, so this may be done by the time you hear this, but the weekend of July 4th, we've had some items go on sale. First, a new competitor, the Black Patriot, has debuted. $17.76 gets you the full competitor set plus 2 promo cards. In addition, all of the single player box sets. This includes all the stipulation decks, like a tables deck, like a ladder deck. All of those single player decks are $17.76. If you want to buy multiple old school Wave 3 packs, 5 of those Wave 3 packs will be $76. Normally, it's $100 for 5, $25 a piece. It's $76 for 5 this weekend. There's also an Evie Laveau Alt Art competitor available as a promo if you buy the brand new SRG Universe Game 27. And there's a new Luna Hallows competitor promo card if you buy a hat. Now, last I looked, the hats are sold out. So maybe we'll get some new hats in, and that will become available again. Maybe there'll be an alternate thing you can purchase to get the promo. But that had been part of the sale. To my knowledge, that sale ends Monday, which is when most people will hear this. But if you happen to hear this Sunday night, there might still be time. Go to supershowthegame.com and pick up anything you might want to get now that it's available at a discount. Continuing with product news, on the last episode of Talk of the Universe, they showed off some of the art from the upcoming Battle Mechs comic book produced by Third World Studios. There's a partnership between SRG Universe and Third World Studios, where when this Kickstarter launches, there will be competitors and I believe a box set done based on the Battle Mechs characters using the Battle Mechs comic art in the card art. That's coming at some point. There was a preview of that art on Talk of the Universe. We also learned that SRG Universe will be doing a partnership with Create a Pro Wrestling. I'm not too familiar with Create a Pro Wrestling. I know that it is currently owned by Brian Myers, who just had a competitor come out in the Major Wrestling Edition box set. Him and Matt Cardona. Brian Myers used to be Kurt Hawkins in WWE. As part of that partnership, there will be a box set featuring wrestlers from Create a Pro Wrestling. There will also be a Commissioner Myers competitor. They showed off the competitor on Talk of the Universe. I don't know if it's a full set or just the competitor. I know that that will be a separate promo. It will not be part of the box set. That is coming at some point in the future. I expect we'll hear more about that over the coming weeks. Right now, though, that's all we know. The partnership is happening. There will be a box set. There will be a Commissioner Myers competitor card, perhaps a full competitor set with a 28, a 29, and a 30 finish card. Since I brought up partnerships, I'll mention this. There's been a partnership between SRG Universe and TNA Wrestling. Last I looked, you can still purchase the TNA competitors on the TNA merch website. All of the competitors, except for Joe Hendry, are still listed on the website. I don't know where we are with that partnership. From what I understand, Sami Callihan was the contact, and he created a lot of the cards for that. With Sami Callihan no longer working at TNA Wrestling, I don't know what the status of that partnership is. Hopefully we'll get an update from SRG Universe about that, because I know people were looking forward to more wrestlers from TNA Wrestling joining Super Show the Game. But I don't know where we are. We'll just have to see. That could be the end of the partnership now that Sami Callihan is no longer there. The partnership may continue. We'll just have to see. Since we're talking about stuff we're waiting on, I'll bring this up now here. Still no news yet about a schedule for Gen Con or for Southern Fried Gaming Expo. Those are taking place at the end of July, that last weekend. July 30th through August 2nd for Gen Con. July 31st through August 2nd for Southern Fried Gaming Expo. Gen Con is in Indianapolis, Indiana. Southern Fried Gaming Expo is in Atlanta, Georgia. There will be more of a veteran player focus for Southern Fried Gaming Expo. I expect more of a new player focus for Gen Con. That's just my best guess because we have no schedule information about both yet. I'll be watching. I'll report on schedule information for both of those when I have it. I do have news for one featured match at Southern Friday Gaming Expo, a match for the Hollywood Heavyweight Championship from Big Picture Premium. The current champion, the Fixer, Bob Odell, will be defending against the Back. That match will go down at some point, July 31st through August 2nd at Southern Fried Gaming Expo. And since we're talking about championship matches, let me go through a bunch of championship match news that I have in no particular order. We have the next challenger for the Deep South Championship currently held by TVA Commissioner Drew Metz. His next challenger, date and time to be announced, will be Robert the Brain Dunn. We have the next challenger for the LFF Tag Team Championship. That championship is currently held by the Crime Wave tag team of Brian, wait for it, Schmidt, and the Centipede. Their next challengers will be Brain Candy, Robert the Brain Dunn, and Candyman. There is a twist to this match. Candyman is the former tag team general manager. If Brain Candy, her team, loses the championship match, she will be reinstated, trial basis, details to be worked out, but she will be reinstated as the LFF Tag Team Division General Manager. So a bit of a conflict. Robert the Brain Dunn is trying to go for what was called the Grand Slam Championship. He needs the Tag Team Championship to complete that in his career. Candyman, however, could get her job back if the match goes the other way. We will see what happens. That's the twist on their match. The next two challengers for the LFF Veterans Championship are Spencer Vance and Jacob from WTF Nation Radio. They're both in line for a shot. The general manager of that division, Brian, wait for it, Schmidt, has reached out to them, given them a couple of dates. The first person to respond gets the shot. So both will get a shot, but the first shot goes to whoever declares their eligibility first, whoever locks in a time slot for a match first. The next LFF Trios Championship match will be July 19th, likely on Sunday Night Fights. The current champion, the Starbreaker, Trey Cantrell, champion with Ursus the Wrestling Bear, will take on challenger Bobby Ohio, July 19th. Bobby Ohio will be using the big guy to challenge for the LFF Trios Championship. The last bit of championship news I have concerns the LFF United States Championship. Two bits of news. First, the first challenger for new champion Sundown Moon will be Neil the East End Enforcer Smith. No date or time for that match yet, but he's the next challenger for the LFF United States Championship. The challenger after him will be determined by the winner of a United States Contender Tournament. You can sign up for that tournament now on the Supershow scoring app. If you go to that website, you can sign up there. You have until July 12th to sign up to be part of the tournament. You must use a competitor from the United States division. It will be a single elimination tournament, one fall to a finish, with a stipulation in each round. The stipulations for each round will be voted on by the SRG Universe player community. No details how to vote. I'm assuming there will be some sort of Facebook poll, something to that effect. But there will be stipulations in this single elimination United States Division tournament where the winner will get a future shot at the LFF United States Championship. That is all the news I have for you this week, outside of online tournaments and featured matches. So let me go through those right now, starting Monday with Monday Night Kendo Fights. This week's tournament was hosted by the Cheetah. It was an Underworld Division tournament. World Division competitors were booked. All other singles competitors were legal, subject to 2020 vision. 4 players played in a round-robin style tournament, so everyone played everyone. And then the top 2 were in a finals kendo stick match. The top two were the Italian Bombata, playing as the Bull, and Jared Bridge as ELF, with the winner of Monday Night Kendo Fights, Jared Bridge. Congratulations to Jared Bridge for winning the Monday Night Tournament. Thursday, we had Thursday Night Boss Fights. World Division and Underworld Division competitors were booked. All other singles competitors were legal, subject to 2020 vision. 18 players signed up. They played 4 bullet rounds, and then after those 4 bullet rounds, they cut to a top 8. In the quarterfinal round, all of the matches were dark matches. In the semifinal round, all of the matches were New York Rules matches. The finals match, and I believe the third place match as well, were kendo stick matches. Your top 4 were in 4th place, playing as Nirab, Woken Dragon God, Bobby Ohio. In 3rd place, playing as Vacation Commissioner, Flamefighter. In 2nd place, playing as Math Guy, Zach Ashley, and the winner of Thursday Night Boss Fights, playing as ELF, Jared Bridge. Congratulations to Jared Bridge for winning the Monday and Thursday night tournaments this week. Always big when a player can win multiple tournaments in a week. Friday, there was a pop-up. The Independence Eve pop-up Underworld Division event. 9 players played 3 bullet rounds, and then after those 3 bullet rounds, there was a cut to a top 6. 2 players received byes to the semifinals. The remaining 4 players were paired up, and they played for the other 2 spots in the semifinals. The play-in matches were dark matches. The remainder of the finals in the tournament and the semifinal round, the finals, and the 3rd place match, all the other matches were New York Rules matches. Your top 4 were in 4th place, playing as Goldlust, Shannon Stevens. In 3rd place, playing as Presidential Gal Al, the Foreman. In 2nd place, playing as the Mad One, Pride, and the winner of the Independence Eve pop-up event, playing as Bobby Ohio himself. Congratulations to Bobby Ohio for winning the Friday night pop-up event. We also on Friday night had an episode of Ignite on the Big Picture Premium Twitch channel. Ignite Red, White, and Bruised. 2 matches on the card. The first, seemingly an impromptu match between the Meeple, playing as the Grand Pack version of the Meeple's champion, and HR, playing as the original version of the Rising Sun. This match goes to crowd meter 1. The winner at crowd meter 1, HR. Congratulations to HR for winning the opening match of Ignite. The final match of Ignite was between Colin the Chrononaut, playing as Zombie, and El Hombre Cybernetico, playing as El Hombre Cybernetico. This match also went to crowd meter 1, with the winner, Colin the Chrononaut. Congratulations to the Chrononaut for winning the main event of Ignite. We also had, on Friday, KSW Last Call. The last matches that will be played in the home of King Greatness. All of the results are listed on the SRG Super Show discussion group on Facebook. I'm only going to talk about some of the results. I'll start with the KSW Women's Championship. We had King Pink as Ms. Satisfaction versus King Cold as Lexi the Punk Rock Pixie versus King Greatness as Gia de los Muertos versus the Psychiatrist Luna Bellatrix, also as Gia de los Muertos, versus Harmony as Ms. Fury. The winner, KSW Women's Champion, Luna Bellatrix. Congratulations to the Psychiatrist for becoming the champion. There is a KSW tournament featuring King Pink, the Enforcer, King Cold, King Greatness, Harmony, Cat, and Luna Bellatrix. It looks like it was a double elimination bracket where the winner's bracket finals was for the KSW World Championship and the loser bracket finals was for the KSW Underworld Championship. For the World Championship, you had King Pink as Overgiver versus Harmony as the King of Strings, with the winner, Harmony. For the Underworld Championship, you had King Greatness as Jacob Fatu versus the Enforcer as the Enforcer versus Luna Bellatrix as Highwater, with the winner, new champion, Luna Bellatrix. Congratulations to Harmony and Luna Bellatrix for becoming the World and Underworld champions, respectively. There was also, after this, a triad match for the KSW World Championship. The current champion, Harmony as King of Strings, faced King Pink, playing as King Pink, versus the Enforcer as Elroy Majestico Jr., with the winner, still champion, Harmony. Congratulations to Harmony for a successful defense. Those are just some of the results from KSW Last Call. I urge you to check out the post on the SRG Super Show discussion group on Facebook for more details. Saturday, there was another pop-up event. Flame Fighters 4th of July pop-up event. United States Division tournament, so you had to use competitors from the United States Division, or you could use a singles competitor if the creator was a veteran of the United States Armed Forces, or a police officer, or a firefighter, or something else along those lines. 7 players played in 3 bullet rounds, and then after those bullet rounds, they cut to a top 4. In the semifinal round, all of the matches were dark matches. The finals match and the third place match were both strike club matches. Their top 4 were in 4th place, playing as Goldlust, Shannon Stevens. In 3rd place, playing as Colby W. Cram, the chosen one himself, Colby Cram. In 2nd place, playing as ELF, Jared Bridge, and the winner of Flame Fighters' 4th of July pop-up event, playing as Real American Hero, El Gordo Americano. Congratulations to El Gordo Americano for winning Flame Fighters' 4th of July pop-up event. Sunday, we have Sunday Night Fights. 2 matches on the card for Sunday Night Fights. The opening match is the finals of the Saturday Night Rumble Tournament of Champions. This was an invitational tournament. 10 players were invited to the tournament. After the group stages and of the semifinal round, we're down to the finalists. Those finalists are the Devil's Reject, GPS, playing as the original version of El Pollo and Mascarda, and HR, playing as the Rising Sun, the original version of the Rising Sun. They face off in a main event stipulation match to crown the first ever Tournament of Champions winner. The match ends up going to crowd meter 1. Fairly even match. The winner, the first ever Saturday Night Rumble Tournament of Champions winner, HR. Congratulations to HR for winning the Tournament of Champions. The main event of Sunday Night Fights is a match for the LFF World Heavyweight Championship. The challenger, the 2024 Origins World Championship Tournament winner, split. The champion, John Press 1P. Split is challenging with Liger. Press 1P is the champion with Amazing Red. The match was pretty much dominated by one player. The opponent continues to fight, ends up pushing it to crowd meter 2, but the winner, who I would say pretty much dominated the entire night, still champion, Press 1P. Congratulations to Press 1P for a successful defense. As far as what's coming up for next week, we should have Monday Night Fights. It will be an Underworld Division tournament. The finals match will be a Strike Club match. There should be Dojo Tuesday night, twitch.tv/SRG Universe. I believe new player Doug Russell will be defending the house on the dojo. We should have Talk of the Universe Wednesday night, Expanding the Universe Thursday midday. All of those on the SRG Universe Twitch page. I do not know if we'll have anything from Big Picture Premium this week. We had Ignite last Friday. I believe we also had Stacked Card. Although that might have been a special episode, we may see Stacked Card on Wednesday on the Big Picture Premium Twitch channel. Beatdown, as far as I know, is still on a break. On the next Sunday Night Fights, there will be 4 championship matches. There will be a defense of the LFF Underworld Championship, a defense of the LFF Hardcore Championship, a defense of the LFF Global Championship, and the main event will be a defense of the LFF Tri-State Championship. With that being said, that is going to do it for this week's episode of the Outlaw Mudcast. I would like to thank all of you for listening, and good day.